Venice, Northport, Englewood, and surrounding area. This is Francesco Abbruzzino, and I'm bringing you the scoop on Sarasota County, South County news. We have a lot of great stories out there on what looks to be like a great day, so let's not hesitate and get started. Okay, there's not really any county news that impacts the city of Venice, Northport, or Englewood, or the surrounding area, so I thought, hey, let's go and do a little self-promotion. This is another cooking video I put out of making carbonara calabrese. Here's a little snippet of it so that you can see it. If you want to watch the whole show, go to my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/the Venice Scoop. Here it is. So.
Good evening, this is Francesco Abbruzzino and my lovely wife, Lisa. And guess what? I've talked her into doing a cooking show. As I've told you on previous shows, she is the cook in the house, not me. So, today we're going to make some carbonara. Carbonara, thank you. I speak what I say in Italian Americanese. That's my dialect. All right, Lisa, where did you...
All right, that's the show. Italian Americanese. That's what my sisters over in Italy say. All right, let's get started with some Venice local news. The Venice Museum and Archives will conduct an opening house from 5 to 7 next Saturday, December 14th. This is in conjunction with the tree lighting. I think I mentioned it yesterday. They're decking it all out. They're going to have a Venice area beautification thing going on there, designer holiday showcase. I could have sworn they do this every year. With the tree lighting, you go out there and they decorate all the different trees that have been donated by various groups and individuals. The mayor usually is there, maybe some council members, and you light up the big tree. There's a chorus with a bunch of kids from the Venice Elementary School. I probably will go there. I may tape it. It gets pretty dark. I know I won't do it live, but I may tape it and then put it up within an hour after I get done with the event, if I don't go out to eat. Next is PGT. This is probably one of the largest local companies here. They're doing a lot of good things in the Venice community, and unfortunately, this one went up. Unfortunately, this went up to Sarasota. They donated $5,000 to Sarasota County's Children's First as a year-end contribution to the organization. I know there was some comments on there saying, it's great that they're doing this, but why aren't they doing it here in the community in Venice? I wish it was in Venice? Yes. I'm glad they're doing something. Wish they would have done it here. Expansion also involves PGT. The Venice City Council approved their 50,000 square foot glass plant, which will open in August. And my understanding is they're hiring for 60 people for it. And they've already started that process of interviewing and hiring. So if you're looking for an opportunity with PGT, now may be the chance to get in there. This next one is on Mr. Mondello. He left the Banyan house yesterday, and he suffers from a brain injury due to a car crash. He does not respond to his name. Well, they found him thanks to a GPS unit that they had around him, and he was out by Caspos. Somebody, and I just posted this, brought it up, that's that Sergeant Parisio who's run into a lot of trouble lately with sexual harassment on the job. He was suspended, I believe, for 1 week and moved to the daytime duty. A lot of people, after reading the commentary and some of the internal investigations that John Pan put on his VeniceFlorida.com site, thought it should have been harsher, but that did not happen. So let's go to the next story. This individual, it's amazing. Donna Lee Bell, she's behind bars for child neglect. Deputies went to her house looking for a wanted sex offender. They found conditions that were just deplorable. I don't know if I could have sworn I put the picture up here somewhere. I don't see it. If you go to, it might be WWSB, it just looked like trash brewed all over the place. It was just a mess. This girl herself looks like a child. So, fortunately, the deputies came in. They took the kids out of the situation. A, living in trash. B, having a sexual offender living there in the house. And then, I'm got to be wondering what this young lady is thinking. The next story brings us over to the annual toy drive. This is for Toys for Tots, and they're coming up short on a lot of different toys, which I put the list out on the Venice Scoop, and not sure if I did the Northport Scoop yesterday. But Letter Carrier's Toy for Tots Day is coming up Saturday. It's a reminder. Put your gifts out there. The mailman will take it. I did put out a warning, and I'll put out a warning today. according to UPS, FedEx, this is one of the biggest delivery weeks where they deliver presents that people have ordered online. Remember, a lot of people, and they put a video up where they'll go up and they'll snag those presents, run to their car, and take off because they see that you're not home. They're sitting out in front. So have them delivered to the person next door, or make sure you're at home.
For over 75 years, people have saved money with... Sorry, from the top. For over 75 years... Keep it together. What are you doing there?
Geico, saving people money for over 70.
All right, our next story is back on this issue where the young lady was, someone tried to attack her and sexually batter her. I came across a video of it. This individual is a male. He's in his 70s, 5'4", 180 pounds, graying hair. He had a gray shirt, and he's driving a bright red truck with a dent on the passenger window. So let's listen to this.
5 years.
We begin with new information on the investigation into a possible attempted sexual assault of a girl walking home from her bus stop in Osprey yesterday afternoon. The Sarasota Sheriff's Office tells us the teen girl says she was near the area of Washington Avenue and East Oak Street when an older man tried to pull her in a ditch and attack her. Today, forensic teams were at the scene looking for evidence. Deputies say the girl told them she punched and scratched the man to get away.
So out of an abundance of caution, we always release this type of information, but at the same time, detectives are working to corroborate that story. We have no additional accounts or no additional reports of similar type incidents, but we're certainly, again, looking into verifying this story at this time.
Deputies say the girl described the man as balding with gray hair, about 5'4" and 180 pounds, who was wearing a gray shirt and plaid boxer shorts and left the scene in a red pickup truck with a dent near the right window.
Okay, so that's the information. If you know of anything, please contact, they say, 941-861-4260, which is the sheriff, or Crime Stoppers at 941-366-TIPS. Our next story brings us over to Englewood. Why would somebody do this? Christmas trees go missing from a school fundraiser lot. 21 Christmas trees are missing from the Lemon Bay High School. School sells the trees as a fundraiser for the ROTC and Project Graduation groups. They had 130 trees delivered on Tuesday, and they were taken. If anybody has any information, please contact the Sheriff's Office at 639-2101 or Crime Stoppers at 800-780-TIPS. Because that, I mean, how could someone just go out and do that? That is not in the Christmas spirit. This next story is on the Domestic Partner Registry. It's up for vote today in Northport. This basically gives a man and a woman that are living together, not married, been together forever, been together for a month. They'll go ahead and pay $30. They get a card that says, hey, we're on the domestic registry. I can help make decisions in regards to his health care and different things. So let's go ahead. This is a story out of WWSB and see what they have to say about this, which is going up for vote today in Northport.
Okay. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks for being with us tonight. Northport city leaders are poised to approve a domestic partner registry in the city.
Once passed, those who live together and are not married will be eligible for more rights.
7 South Newsroom reporter Josh Taylor has the story.
Northport city leaders are set to vote on the domestic partner registry, but how and who does it help?
Northport residents Sharon Servideo and Dominic Sochi have been together for more than 8 years. She says living together and not being married can be complicated.
It's embarrassing, too, to have to explain things to people. They don't understand. A lot of people are old-fashioned.
They're curious about a new ordinance which could offer them and anyone else over 18 who lives together and isn't related more rights.
I would like that. It would kind of be the next step, not being married, but a little more legal, I guess.
Domestic partnership registry eliminates obstacles.
Ken Sheelan has been successfully championing the registry in local governments, from same-sex couples to straight. He says there are some significant benefits.
Legally, in terms of access in a hospital or in a funeral home or in a jail or in many instances in the classroom.
Sharon says they already have a power of attorney, but it's not cheap or easy.
It was a couple of days, and it was probably probably 3 inches thick.
Sheelan says he's had issues in the past.
I've had healthcare providers refuse to honor a power of attorney prepared by a Florida attorney. I've had banks refuse to honor them. I've had other businesses refuse to honor them.
If past domestic partners would come down to City Hall, pay a $30 fee, sign some paperwork, and get a card and certificate verifying they're registered.
That is recognition by the government that your relationship is real and it exists and it is documented officially in government records. That's a very important difference.
Sheelan says it could also be beneficial to those who could lose benefits by remarrying or seniors who just live with and care for each other, saying it could also help down the road with federal laws which could offer more rights to live-in partners of all types.
We deserve the same rights. We deserve the same rights.
Northport commissioners will be voting on the issue next Monday. For the 7 South Newsroom in Northport, Josh Taylor, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
John.
Okay, so that's going to be
From
next
our coast.
week. I was mistaken on that. For some reason, I was thinking it was today. So that's a good thing happening out there in Northport. The next story is another great thing happening in Northport. This is with the Northport PD. They're going to take 60 kids shopping. They have $6,000 that they were able to raise with their Shop with a Cop program, enabling each child to have a $100 gift card. And they're going to take them out so that they can have a great Christmas season. Awesome job there for the Northport PD. That is it for the local news. So let's check out the weather. Basically, no clouds in the sky. I'm looking outside. It looks awesome out there. It's almost as if it were summer, folks. It's without the humidity. It's going to be a high of 83 today, and basically it's going to be 81 to 83 all the way through Monday with a low of 64 to 65. On Tuesday, it looks like there's a front coming through, and we're going to get a little bit chance of rain, and the colder temperatures in the mid-70s will come back. Today's seas will be 5 to 15 knots out of the south with 2 to 3 foot chop, and that's basically it for the weather. For sports, I couldn't find much going on except this article out of the Herald, which is basically highlights the top athletes to watch, and it's for wrestling. As some of you may know, I put out something that the Northport wrestling team is really phenomenal this year. They got John Cruz, Dakota Flennard, and let's see who else. I thought there were a couple others, and they're fully stacked. Venice has C.J. Trammell and Zach Kelly, which are dominating the wrestling scene. So kudos to those individuals. Okay, over to events today. We have a couple things. Santa's going to appear at the Venice Christmas Walk. It's from 5 to 8. It's one of those times when the retail chains should be open. You'll feature luminaries, musicians, store specials, and free candy for the kids with Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus. So check that out along Venice Avenue. Also today we have the tree lighting ceremony in Northport. This tree lighting ceremony will be from 6 p.m. in front of the City Hall. You'll have school choirs out there performing with free hot cocoa and cookies being served. Donations of unwrapped and non-perishable food items for the needy. 7th annual 12 Days of Giving will be accepted there. Some other stuff that I do not have up on here, which I've added, is going to be the Venice Chorus is going to perform a free holiday concert, and this program will be on December 12th at 11 a.m. at the Venice Public Library. Also, the George Frederick Handel Messiah. It's going to be at the Englewood United Methodist Church, and that's going to be this Saturday at 4 o'clock. Northport's going to have a Family Fun Fest, and that's this Saturday from 11 to 4 with carnival games, bounce houses, obstacle courses, food vendors, a police dog demonstration, and much more. Lastly, this is something that Karen just sent me today, and it's Wreath Across America. The Sarasota Military Academy has been working with this, trying to gather up enough donations to put wreaths out across. This event is going to take place at December 14th at 9:30 at the Sarasota National Cemetery at 9810 State Road 72. So some good things happening there. Well, that's your news for the South County area of Englewood, Northport, Nokomis, Venice, South Venice, Laurel, Osprey. That is it for today. Lots of things happening, and I'm sure lots of things will happen later today. So hopefully you're enjoying these newscasts, and I can bring you a lot more. For Francesco Abbruzzino, ciao tutti.